Hello, members of the jury. My name is Jake Gatato. I'm coming to you with another message. Today I'm reading from the Mystic Fairy Tarot, and I'm providing you with time thought out to recompress the order that things should participate in. But nonetheless, that won't be anything that you have to do on your part. That's something that I want to be doing in my head. But thank you guys for joining. Now, collectively, I've been tapped into a lot of momentum. Not from the external world. I've been engaged in my own practice, but as far as what I've been experiencing from the tangential aspects of the world that I don't have my hands in, is a relative sense of ease and camaraderie and acceptance of the ability to let things fall into place. Not to create expectations for yourself, but but at the same time consistently show up for yourself and what your desires are. So that's a good thing. Not many things to worry about in that regard. But the sun's shining through on my shirt. This is a sloth. But okay, let's go ahead and get this reading set up for you guys. Sorry about the new setup. I am still working on a place holder for us to continue making progress in a way that's enjoyable to view. The Six of Wands comes out. Okay. The Knight of Wands. Wow, lots of fire energy in both physical and spiritual aspects of the past. I'd say that's definitely very relevant. Okay. I say I shuffled the cards enough. Now let's go ahead and pull for the present. What's connecting us? The future. Our inner and outer worlds, and what's connecting us to those. All right. So right off the bat, what's connecting us right now, like I said, is the Six of Pentacles. What's bridging the gap between your physicality and what's taking place in your mental ambiguity is the Six of Pentacles. You are taking care of yourself. There is a given balance of receiving information that is pertinent to you treading upon, and the fulfillment aspect is the need is being met quickly. You have the Knight of Wands in your past, in your mental world. So in your experience, you end up doing the thing that you have jurisdiction in, whether it be given to you like you've been given an assignment, or you have the fortunate knowledge of being able to dictate these things upon your own desire. The Six of Pentacles shows us that this even exchange of give and receive is functionally moving you directionally in a pattern that you haven't given a lot of thought to. The moon being in reversed for your tangential experience, your tangible experience. We're doing some things that we're accepting bygones to be bygones. We're accepting that will be happy when the thing is here. This new avenue will give us a avenue to progress upon activity and delineate potential possibilities from the past that you're trying to avoid. The Knave of Wands is in reversed, but for the sake of the video, let's do them upright. The Knave of Wands, like, showing us that our needs have been fulfilled, our satisfaction has been met. The itch that we've needed to scratch has been there and scratched. Like, this momentary, but we're still focusing upon how we need to show up with these things in our environment. Our fullest potential still hasn't been tapped into yet. So the moon is here to identify that. Now, the Six of Pentacles still coming through, like, to talk about this even exchange, the itch that's been scratching. The moon isn't part of this experience. This is you meeting the needs of your inner child. This is you meeting the needs of your career focused goals. This is you meeting the needs of your talents, like, that demand an upgrade. So you're doing those steps to get you to that particular point. But now that you've gotten there, the Queen of Cups is connecting you to your inner world. And so there may be already some connections and relationships that you can cultivate that will bring you closer to the things that you've brought into your life. Make sure that you can, like, recognize that. Potentially, like, you always know you have the option to lay things down with the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a woman wrapped in thorns. The vine has, like, overtaken you, and the thorns haven't penetrated the skin yet, but you have the option to call for help and maybe even undo some things that have tied you up. Because, like, let's see what your outer world experience is like. You have the Knave of Swords in reversed. So, like, we jumped the gun here and got ourselves into a predicament where we're met with so much glory in the things around us, in our values, that we need to be able to meet them on a mutual ground. The things that we've purchased, the things that we've surrounded ourselves with, have way more potential to make things, like, unravel in ways that if you were a skilled professional in this region of space, they could fulfill that. It's like your values have overtaken you with the potential that they have to offer. So there are a lot of options taking place. Things aren't settled in. The Nine of Pentacles shows that we haven't officially made our mark, our stand, our ability to identify with the creation that we have manifested. With the Ten of Wands, it's kind of like, sometimes it's like, I recognize what path I've gone on to, and I realize that the full potential of what it is isn't for me, or it's finished. It's time to put those things down and begin a new chapter. But with the Nine of Pentacles, you have a world where you still have the contingency to wait it out. See where things go. Let the options present themselves and let them influence you. The Hermit is in your future, in your outer world. As far as you going along with this, like, the Hermit is going to be here to commit to the aspect that you can take time away from maybe some duties that you've given yourself to focus upon the new aspects of your life that you're creating for yourself. Make sure that you are, like, still continuing this Six of Pentacles, like, give and take from your internal experience with what your imagination has to offer you. Make sure that both your imagination and your physical reality are responding to each other, that you're being honest, and that you have the potential to cultivate something worthwhile that can benefit your experience. The Three of Pentacles is in your future, in your inner world, in your physical, in the physical reality. Sorry, not your inner, but your physical. So I think you have goals that you are continuing to hearken upon, take toward yourself with, and make your own, to the point where other people can identify you with this work. Like in this card here, we have the butterfly who's knowing this fairy to do the work that it's going to progress with. Like, and it's a partner. You have a partner here that is working with you and bringing you things. Whether it be the imagination that is a part of your experience and you're working with like a spirit guide, or this could be somebody who you've already crossed paths with in a physical tandem that can offer you a benefit of help and boon whenever you receive guidance like from them. I think like a majority of the conversation is that going back to the Six of Wands, this is the last and final card of the reading. The Six of Wands gives us the identity that we have at least presented a valid enough agreement or argument for why we're making the decisions that we're making from here on out. This Six of Wands is like a point of no return to where you are embarking in and basking in the higher knowledge of the things that you've cultivated, and understand that there's all that potential that they offer is there for you. It's extended to you. You're the one who's in the workspace for these things. So, make sure that you keep journaling. Make sure that you continue to reach out whenever you need the assistance that you require. Don't be too hard on yourself. With this Ten of Swords, you may be feeling super defeated because you are surrounded by things that you have the lack of experience and expertise in. So trust yourself. The moon is still here to guide you, but your opportunities are going to be made in the future. This is like you haven't had tapped into this when it's upright yet. It hasn't presented itself to you in the moment. There's not something that you can take opportunity from in the relationship with the moon, because the moon has been very quick-paced lately, and we're funneling our attention rather than focusing on the expansion and thinking about ways that we can come up to the table that we haven't been. That's what happens when we have firemans. It's just very like, and the pace is written. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can start to look for those opportunities when they come up, to recognize how this craft makes you feel when you're in your downtime, when you're upset, when things aren't going the way that you want, or when things are going too well. How do these markers, these things that I've surrounded myself with, take to the emotion that I'm feeling, and how do I respond to it? That's going to be where this moon card becomes the majority experience for you. So continue onward. I think that you're going to have a fun time. Have the keenness of the Hermit. The Hermit in this card continues to uphold its keen sensitivity to joy. And even though it's the Hermit, it still takes time to embellish itself in the heartwarming experience of like social matters that they aren't participating in. And they can choose to remain separate from the experience altogether, but it can remind them of times of the past that they have enjoyed those things as well. Make a positive experience for you by continuing to follow these things. Make a path upon yourself to meet the needs of others, potentially, by working on the things that you're working on. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Yeah, we're going to be doing vlog tarot. That's interesting. I've never done vlog tarot before. But I think that's where my path is going. This video, like, is going to be posted, but we're going to move onward. Let's get through it. Honestly, the commitment to like remembering some of the content that I've made for myself, like, and hearing the things that I need to hear is a boon for me. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the message for the things that you could enjoy and relate to. Take this time as an opportunity to understand that the cards that I lay out are about a combination of things and not a super grand explanation in a vague way that brings you solitude and joy. Those aren't the things that I create. But take care, be well, eat fruit, have a nice day. I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Goodbye.